Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dan and this is my review for Stranger Things Season 2 recap. What can I say about Stranger Things Season 2? First of all, fantastic. I absolutely, for the second time, really loved that show. The first season is strong. It's such a strong narrative season, full of characters that you love, full of frightening creatures, full of absolute sinister menace that I wondered how they were going to top it off with season 2. I remember thinking that on the first time I watched season 2, and it did not disappoint. A few people who I've spoken to about Stranger Things Season 2 have said it's not the best one, it's not as good as Season 1. I can see where they're coming from because they said that it felt a bit slow from the very beginning, which it is a bit slow from the beginning, but it's also the fact that time had passed since Eleven destroyed the Demogorgon and she vanished, and with all the situation with Papa, you know, the evil white-haired man and everything else. So time had passed, people had moved on, you know. Will was recovering from his experience from the Upside Down. Steve and Nancy were together, and before you say anything, this is my Stranger Things jacket, which I will be wearing to a Stranger Things party at the weekend. And yes, it reminded me of Steve Harrington, or my sister said, Marty McFly. I'm taking both because they're great characters. Anyway, yeah, so Jonathan is sticking with his family. His family are recovering. They're like a fractured unit, which are held together because it's brought them closer. There is a new character in with the family. His name is Bob. He is played by the absolute incredible Sean Astin, who we all know as Frodo, but he's also from the film The Goonies as well, which is one of my all-time favourite films. And Detective or Chief Hopper is also in conversation with the agency, who are looking, obviously they're looking for 11, but in real life Hopper is pretending that he doesn't know where 11 is, but in reality he's actually got 11 hidden, because 11, as it shows in season 2, manages to come out of the Upside Down through a gap, you know, like a porthole between the two worlds, and he's protecting her really in a shack in the woods, you know, just hiding her. Will is having strange flashbacks or flash forwards, or he's having like an insight into the Upside Down, and he sees in season 2 a new menace. Now this menace is a huge entity slash creature made of smoke, black smoke, and it's massive and it's evil. That's what Will says. It is evil. And he's been struggling with this. Mike notices, as well as at that time he's pining for 11 because he's in love with her, but Will is struggling. He's also being picked on at school by people who are calling him Zombie Boy because he's known as the boy who comes back from the dead, and life's not that great for him. His only good points for Will is that he's got the chief on his side, because when they go and visit the lab, Hawkins lab, which is back up and running again, they're testing Will, but on a sinister note, they're actually, you know, keeping tabs on him, but also working underground for the opening from the original film, original series, which is actually has like this kind of tentacle vines coming out, and I liked what they described the Upside Down, this new thing about the Upside Down, as it's like a virus. It's gone from one world, obviously it's destroyed that parallel universe and turned it into its own world, and now it wants to come into Hawkins, into our world, and cover it with that same darkness. There's a lot happened in this film. show. Sorry, it feels like a film at times. That's the way they've made it. But a lot has happened in this show. The character development is extremely clever. There's some badass moments with Eleven. There's some really touching moments. There's even a couple of new characters. One of them is Max, who she's this girl who's being basically abused by her brother, who the name kind of goes out of my head, but he is a complete dick. Sorry for my language, but he is. And he's kind of a competition for Steve Harrington, and it's like, I was watching that guy, and I was thinking, what is your problem? His problem is that he's being abused by his dad, so he's taking all of his anger out on his little sister, his stepsister, and Steve Harrington. But basically, season 2 I found really fun. It was great from the very beginning. It was good character building, because I'm a guy who writes, so I like the character buildings. Some people who I know and some fans just want action straight away, and you can't just have that if you've got a story as big as Stranger Things. The graphics and the visual effects are stronger than ever. There's new creatures. There's not just this human Demogorgon. There's actually creatures which are formed from the slug, which, as we saw in season 1, that Will puked out. It's now formed, and this massive hive of creatures are burrowing their way underneath Hawkins, using it as an entrance for the Mind Flayer. There's a lot which happened. All I can say is I found this season as stronger than season 1, and season 3 looks absolutely fantastic. I really can't wait for tomorrow. I'm going to a Stranger Things party on Saturday, but knowing me, because I want the full experience, I want to start season 3 tomorrow. I will be recording myself watching season 3, so please expect season 3 episode 1 tomorrow. I will do my best. I still haven't got the hang of recording myself, watching shows, but I will do my best, and I promise you will see it. You will see me reacting to Stranger Things episode 1. So yeah, Stranger Things season 2, I give 10 out of 10. Stranger Things is one of my favourite shows. I want more and more and more of those seasons, but I have heard that they're going to only make it up to either season 4 or 5. I'm hoping 5. But yeah, that's my recap review. I hope I covered everything. I didn't want to give much away because I know that some of you haven't seen season 2 or season 1, so if you haven't, please watch it. If you have, you'll understand my dilemma here. I don't want to spoil it for people. I want to thank you very much for watching this recap, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did like my video, please press the like button, and also if you haven't subscribed and you would like to, please subscribe, because I'd like more numbers. I'm doing my best here. I'm learning a new skill. Please be kind. Thank you very much.